What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we are going to talk about why this guy is not taking you seriously, why he's still looking elsewhere when it comes to women. Even though things might be going well, why is it not progressing? Okay, so to jump right into this, it's usually three reasons. We'll dive deeper, but this is usually like you're one of these three things, right? It's you're talking to a guy who is emotionally unavailable. You are talking to a guy who likes you and likes the assets you offer, but it's not enough to commit. And three, you're talking to a guy who has a lot of options and he doesn't see, I guess there's four things, and a guy who just doesn't want a relationship. But you're talking to a guy who has a lot of options and doesn't see the benefit of committing to you and cutting off these options when he's already getting what he wants from you to begin with, right? So the more important thing I want you to get from this video is how do you prevent this? How do you get stuck in this situation to begin with? And I always tell women it's because you are not setting a standard from the beginning. And I don't mean this in a, in a rude, aggressive, like you gotta court me, high maintenance type of way. There's just a structure that has to be done. Mother Nature wants a woman to be courted. A woman, by definition of courtship, is like a man has to invest in you, okay? A man has to. If anything like that is not being applied, meaning he's not investing his time, energy, effort, resource, like all that, okay, money, he's not investing those things into you, it sends a signal, a feedback loop. Ladies, this is not me just talking out my ass. Trust me on this. I'm a guy. Men are very resourceful. It sends a feedback loop to him saying, I don't have to do X, Y, Z. If a guy can get the result he wants by doing less, why would he do more? If I can get in your pants by asking you to come over instead of taking you on dates, why would I waste those resources on taking you out when I can use them, which by the way are very finite resources, meaning there's a limited amount of them. I have a limited amount of time, a limited amount of effort, energy, money, stuff like that. It would be smarter for me to take those resources, invest it in another woman, okay, who is unsure, into another woman who needs a little more convincing, a little more, a woman who has that structure, okay? So your job as a woman, this is why you need to be, a guy needs to court you. Courting, think of courting as the electric, like, not signal, I guess it is signal, like the current, okay, on how this all works. If the current is cut off, you need to think of it as I'm getting like the signals that are supposed to be sent to you on if this guy is the ideal guy or not are now gray, they're blurry, they're covered up, okay? You don't see them as well. I guess let me give you another example. It's very hard to tell where you stand with a guy if you guys hang out, have fun, and hook up, but you're not talking about, what each other's looking for. He's not initiating dates. You initiate him and he says, yeah, and you guys go out and have fun and hook up and he goes on the dates and you have a good time every time you go out, but he's not initiating. He's not investing, right? He's not putting his resources into you and trying to progress it. There's a reason. As soon as a guy is not doing what Mother Nature's intended plan is, and you too, right? Like his is to invest and yours is to kind of like when he's investing, again, this is your opportunity to filter, okay? This is how men prove themselves, ladies. They have to invest in you. They have to invest in you, and then that's where you filter them. If they're not doing that, but you stick around still, why on God's beautiful green earth would you think you're getting a relationship? You're not. You're not. Two reasons why. Number one, if a guy truly likes you, he would not treat you like that. Okay? That's the first thing. If a guy truly likes you, He will not treat you like that. Secondly, like I said earlier, why would he invest more if he doesn't need to? He would invest this in other women. So when women come to me and they're like, I keep on attracting these same type of guys, Elliot. These guys don't take me seriously. It's very hard for me to figure out. I mean, I know what the problem is. I just don't know what it is specifically with you. Meaning, I know it's the things I'm saying. It's either you're attracting these guys because you're coming off too nice, too sweet, too vulnerable, too needy, too caring, loving. You give guys too many chances, and these emotionally unavailable men take advantage of that. Why? Because we are risk avoidant. If I see a woman like Casanova, right? See, I'm going on my rants. Casanova, if you guys know about him, the Italian guy, back in 1800, whatever it was very good at seducing women. But what people don't realize is what he always did is he never went after the most beautiful, elegant 10 that got all this attention. He went after her friend who was an 8, who everyone was ignoring. And he was, because we're very comparative. Like, we have this comparison complex. She's looking at her, it's just human nature. You're all at the bar or the ball or whatever it is, and she's looking at like, why is my friend getting all this attention and I'm not? What's wrong with me? Again, you get this comparison complex. It's just subconscious. It just happens. So when he comes over here and fills that void in for her and says, hey, you're not bad, baby. You're great. You're this, you're that. You're so beautiful. These guys are just stupid. And your friend's this, your friend's great, but she doesn't have this that you have. He lures her in. He wins her over, right? And then the rest is history. The rest is history. A guy is more likely to do that to you if he doesn't want a relationship. It's your job to figure that shit out. Women will come to me and they'll wonder why guys aren't treating them the way they want to be treated, and why they keep on attracting the same type of guys. I know I said this already, but the reason for it is, like I said, well, the reason you're attracting the same type of guys is this. It's, again, I think you're either attracting guys out of your league, meaning they're really high up here and you're right here. And even though you think they're not out of your league, it's all perspective. If they're up here and you're here, they know they can get you, so they're going to play along, right? It's like an easy fish to catch. That's one thing. The other thing is, if the guys are down here, but they see you being nice, vulnerable, caring, loving, forgiving, giving these guys the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that, these guys are already fucking emotionally unavailable. They're already hurt. They're already in pain. They're already this. They're already that. That's why they're fucking down here. They're not taking care of themselves. They have to play a better game. One of the ways of playing a better game is finding a better victim. And I don't mean victim as in like the actual, victim mentality, I just mean like the person they choose, right? So he's going to choose this woman and do and say all these nice things. And you're going to give him 1,000 chances because you're vulnerable. You just got out of a relationship. You're turning 40 or 50 next year and you're still single and it bothers you. You're 29 or 34 or whatever it is and you're wanting kids and you need to hurry the fuck up, you think. That's not me saying that. That's what I hear all the time. So these women have like this, it's hypersensitive, and some guys know this and they take advantage of it. Ladies, this isn't all men. I'm not saying men are bad. Women pull this same bullshit too to men all the time. This is not a man versus woman thing. This is not a channel or a video on bashing men. This is just the reality of the dating world. It's very transactional. It's a dog-eat-effing dog world until people like each other and they want a relationship, right? So if a guy's not taking you seriously, it's because he either isn't wanting a relationship, emotionally unavailable, doesn't see you. I already said that. He doesn't see the reason to commit to you because he has good options already, and you're already giving him everything he wants. And he's not benefiting. He's not gaining anything extra by committing to you. He doesn't need to. Why would he? He's already getting the best of both worlds. So that's why I tell women, you have to let a guy court you. And when he's courting you, like I said, that's the electric current. That's where you need to realize, or that's where you need to filter this guy out and figure out if he's the real deal. Okay, I'm going to go on my rants. But ladies, if you want a session with me, yours truly, or to get my guides that talk more about this, I literally have a guide on filtering men. Links are down below in the description, okay? I love you all. Take care and peace.